What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 862nd edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of toxic masculinity, misogyny, sexism, discrimination, hate speech, and small sausage energy. I can't say the D word because it's under 2 minutes. It is Monday, June 13th. We'll wait until later to start dropping F-bombs and D words.
Okay.
It is Monday, June 13th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are streaming live simultaneously to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, DLive, Rumble, and of course, in crystal clear high-resolution 4K to Sharpe Stream, which can be downloaded for free on Android or iOS. So however you're watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Anyone who follows me knows that I am anti-marriage as it's constructed here in 2022. I'm obviously not anti-relationship, but I am 671% against legal marriage in the West, which is quite literally a contract between two people and the state. Now, there are many, many reasons men these days are walking away from marriage, but the most obvious reasons are that the biased family court system and the broken child support system. Look, guys, we're all well aware of the fact that women file for divorce better than 80% of the time. We are also well aware of the fact that women are awarded custody of the children better than 90% of the time. Along with those two factors, combined with unfair child support and custody arrangements, and women being able to lie to the courts as a mean to a financial end, men are foregoing marriage at an extremely alarming rate. As of right now, only 6 out of every 1,000 people in the U.S. are not married. That is the lowest rate in the history of the United States of America. Incentivized divorce, EPAR, spelled backwards, has completely destroyed men and their families for far too long, and men have responded by not walking down the aisle. But what if there was a way to get married without the risk of getting taken to the cleaners in divorce court? What if there was a way to ensure that should you have a child with a woman, that you would be guaranteed 50% custody in the event of a divorce? Now, I know what you guys are all thinking. Donovan, there's no way this will ever happen. Divorce is now in industry, and there's no reason for things to change. And you would be right. While there are some courts that are a little more fair-minded these days, by and large, being a man in divorce and or family court is almost always a bad deal. But today I'd like to engage you guys in a thought experiment. And I want you guys to keep an open mind here, because if things keep going the way they are, this might actually be a real possibility, I would say, within the next 30 to 40 years or so. Now, keep in mind that we're going to be talking about something futuristic here, meaning that technology and medicine will be far more advanced when and if this actually comes to pass. So when you hear things like male birth control, don't dismiss it, because we all know that we are right around the corner from that, and it's 2022. I also want you to keep in mind that this is a thought experiment. Because of this, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be airtight. We have a lot of people watching, so I'm sure that people will point out loopholes, which is perfectly fine. Nothing will ever be bulletproof. However, the purpose of the ECC, as you can see on your screen, or the expiring coupling contract, is to drastically eliminate men getting screwed by the court system or women getting abandoned by the fathers of their children, among other things. So without further ado, let's discuss the expiring coupling contract. Now, there are 5 main purposes for the expiring coupling contract. The first and most important purpose is that it all but eliminates divorce EPAR, spelled backwards. Everyone knows that when it comes to modern marriage, men risk just about everything because of the aforementioned biased court system. This was the main reason men are walking away from marriages, and some men are even walking away from relationships. Well, the ECC protects both parties, the man and the woman, but mostly the men, as men these days stand to lose a lot more in the event of a divorce. His present and future earnings, his savings, his 401k, pension, and so forth. Men also risk losing their driver's license and eventually their freedom as a result of unjust child support payments. Now, I want you to keep in mind that child support payments were necessary back in the day. Why? Because most women who had children didn't work outside the home. So in order to protect women and children from becoming destitute as a result of the father leaving the home for one reason or the other, the United States decided to implement child support payments to make sure that a man's ex-wife and children were taken care of financially. But these days, women also work. In fact, many women out-earn men, including the men they choose to procreate with. Modern women essentially use their children as an additional income stream to add to their own salaries and wages. The ECC eliminates fraudulent desperation declared by single mothers. Now, the second purpose of the ECC is that it eliminates messy or costly divorce proceedings. It eliminates all this stuff, and as you guys will see when I outline this, men will no longer be forced with the, quote, "it's cheaper to keep her" decision. There are many, many stories nationwide about women who marry men of means who have already retained a divorce lawyer. Divorce is an industry, and it is incentivized by our current no-fault divorce system and exorbitant attorney's fees. The expiring coupling contract eliminates the need for courts to intervene. The third purpose of the expiring coupling contract is that it encourages good behavior while it simultaneously discourages bad behavior. For example, if either spouse withholds sexual affection from the other for an extended period of time, assuming it is a non-medical reason, the party who is alienated from affection has the right to dissolve the contract. The fourth purpose of the ECC is to incentivize the maintenance of attraction. As I stated before in a previous podcast, the average American wife is much heavier than the average American girlfriend. And the reason for this is that wives have the leverage to let themselves go. The expiring coupling contract incentivizes both parties to remain sexually active and attractive to one another. In other words, women can no longer pull the fat grenade and continue to receive the benefits of being in the contract. The fifth and final purpose is to keep both parties accountable. This is more or less a combination of all four. If both parties know that the other can dissolve the contract or simply not renew it at the end of their year, they are far more likely to do what is necessary to incentivize the other party to want to sign another one-year contract with them. So let's go ahead and get to the nuts and bolts here. When a man and a woman decide they want to couple, they have three options from this point, according to the ECC. If they don't want to have children together, they sign a one-year contract. If they want to start a family, they sign a 3-year contract. If they want a traditional coupling, meaning the man is the breadwinner and the woman is a stay-at-home wife, they sign the traditional 2-year coupling contract. So let's start with the 1-year coupling contract. Let's say John and Jane want to make their arrangement official. They want to take things to the next level. They're ready to tell and show the world that they are more serious than just boyfriend and girlfriend status. They've discussed having a family, but they both agree that now is not the time and they want to wait. So they would sign a 1-year contract. The first stipulation of the 1-year coupling contract is that both parties must be on birth control. Remember what I said earlier about this being a little bit futuristic? It's common knowledge that effective male birth control other than condoms are right around the corner. The reason why birth control is required for both parties in a 1-year couple in a contract is because it prevents unwanted pregnancies. Remember, John and Jane both declared that they didn't want to start a family just yet. But as we all know, most pregnancies are, quote, accidental. In other words, when people have sex most of the time, it's really because they're horny, not because they're actually trying to make a baby. Requiring both parties to be on birth control drastically reduces the odds of an accidental pregnancy. It also eliminates the possibility of a woman attempting to baby trap a man or vice versa. This ensures that both people are on the same page and that contract they sign proves as much. The second stipulation of the 1-year coupling contract is that each party leaves the relationship with what they came with should one or both parties decide to dissolve or allow the coupling contract to expire. This eliminates quote-unquote gold-digging behavior. So if both parties know that they will not benefit financially by deciding to end the coupling, they will choose who they couple with based on whether or not they actually have romantic feelings for them rather than just based on financial status. The third stipulation gives the couple tax breaks and tax benefits for being coupled. In other words, they get all of the legal and tax advantages that married couples get. Pardon me. One can claim the other as a dependent, add them to their health insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, renter's insurance, etc. The fourth stipulation of the 1-year coupling contract is that in order to renew the contract for another year, both parties must want to renew. If one or both parties does not want to renew, the contract expires and they go their separate ways with what they came with. The fifth and final stipulation is that if they want to start a family, they have the ability to terminate the 1-year contract and its stipulations and sign a 3-year contract. So let's take a look at those. So let's talk about the 3-year contract. The first stipulation of the 3-year contract is that both parties must declare that they want to have children. If one or both parties changes their mind, they can either dissolve the coupling or go back to the 1-year contract. The second and most important stipulation is that a paternity test is required at birth before the father signs the birth certificate. We are all well aware of the scourge that is paternity fraud. There are so many stories about men finding out that one or more of their children they believe to be biologically theirs was fathered by another man or men. We have seen the heartbreak and devastation men go through when they realize that one or more of their kids does not share their DNA. Paternity testing being required at birth completely eliminates paternity fraud, fraudulent child support payments, and so forth. The third stipulation, again, are the tax benefits. The couple can claim their children on their taxes as dependents and receive tax breaks, advantages, and the benefits that come with having children. Stipulation number 4 states that at the end of the 3-year coupling contract, both parties must want to renew. If one or both parties wishes to renew or no longer wishes to renew the 3-year coupling contract, this leads to stipulation number 5, which is that 50-50 custody is guaranteed no matter what. The offspring produced during the coupling will be in the custody of both parents for an equal amount of time agreed upon by the parents. The tax benefit will be divided right down the middle, and neither parent will be required to pay child support because they will have the child or children an equal amount of time. Let's take a look at the 2-year traditional contract. Now, the traditional coupling contract, which will last for 2 years before it expires, is almost identical to the 1-year contract. The only difference here, other than the length of the contract, is that the higher earner must put 3 months of expenses adjusted for inflation and economic ups and downs in a trust to be awarded to the lower earner in the event of an uncoupling or one or both parties not wanting to renew the contract. The amount will be determined by a computer which will calculate all applicable factors, such as the state they live, cost of living, inflation like I said before, and so forth. The human element will not be involved with this process to eliminate bias or vindictiveness from either gender. The amount will not be exorbitant, but it won't be minuscule either. It will be calculated by an impartial algorithm designed specifically to make sure the lower earner does not become destitute in the event of an uncoupling or non-renewal of the contract. If a couple should decide they want to engage in a coupling consistent with past tradition, again, meaning the man is the breadwinner and the woman is the homemaker, that's perfectly fine too. If a woman wants to be with a man badly enough and is willing to risk poverty in the event that either party decides to move on, she'll do what's necessary to incentivize him to renew their contract at the end of the year. So, This is a very interesting, very interesting concept, Dev. So, what are your initial thoughts on the marriage contract that we just talked about?
We've actually discussed this concept quite a few times, many years ago.
Yeah.
And it started from a conversation that we had from. I read a lot of Robert Heinlein books. So in his books, he talks about contract marriage, line marriage, plural marriage, different types of family units that are possible. Of course, it's completely fiction, but the marriage contract is actually a really good idea for people who either have a goal with their relationship and they say, okay, like, you know, we're gonna get together, we're gonna commit to this amount of time. But I think committing forever is like a little ridiculous. I mean, yeah, we're looking at, 50% chance that your marriage might work, might not work. I mean, we have a lower percent that we're going to get in a car accident, but yet we're paying every month for car insurance. Right. But yet we don't even bother to try to insure the biggest decision of our lives.
Let me stop you right there. That's a very interesting analogy when you talked about the car insurance. Mm-hmm. So we pay car insurance. We pay it every month, and neither you or I have been in an accident in the car that we have.
Yeah, I haven't been in an accident in 30 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while, but we still continue to pay that car insurance.
Yes, we do. And so the thing that I like about the concept of the contract marriage or contract, what did you call it?
The expiring coupling contract.
Okay. The ECC.
The ECC.
The one thing that I like about that is that if you look, people could say, how is this different from a prenup? Well, a prenup one doesn't expire, so you don't have to renew it. So, and then also, like, if you have a prenup or a post-nuptial agreement, in order to make changes to that agreement, you basically destroy the integrity of the agreement by making changes as they come up.
Right.
So, while we can talk about stuff, like traditional contract or agreements talk about stuff. Your stuff, my stuff, the stuff we buy together, 50-50, the house, whatever, the cars we split, all that stuff. As far as, property, children. But none of them addresses like a code of conduct.
Right.
And an agreement of acceptable behavior in a relationship. The consequences of certain actions. So, hey, okay, if you get caught cheating, this is what's going to happen.
Yes.
If if I fall off and I get hurt at work and you have to work, this happens. I mean, you can have the what ifs in there.
Yeah, of course.
The ones that concern you the most. Of course, there's not going to be like every single what if, but if you go down a checklist, I'm sure we could come up with something,
Yeah, and we're gonna get everybody's opinions in this here in a second. What were you gonna say?
Okay. Another thing is that if you want a woman to be a stay-at-home wife, then she has to agree to put herself in that vulnerable situation to where she is relying on you 100% for everything. A lot of women these days, they don't trust men. They don't want to be put in a vulnerable situation. They want to be free to up and go whenever they want. So I think what you said about kind of having like a clause where saying, hey, if this doesn't work out and you're living off my dime, I will guarantee to support you 3 months, 6 months, whatever after this, so that you can have time to get a job, get on with your life. So it's not like we're trying to leave people high and dry, but we're trying to protect both parties.
Yes.
And right now, the current marriage contracts, and I mean, getting married is super easy. All you got to do is say yes and sign a paper.
I do. Yep.
Getting divorced can take a year or more. Like, it is awful.
Yep.
And it's funny because the things that you have to go through line by line in a divorce agreement are things that you should have gone through line by line before you even got married.
Right.
The same thing about if you're going to have kids, how are we going to raise them?
Yeah.
How do we discipline them? What religion are they going to grow up?
Wow, yeah.
What types of schools do we want to go to? What happened? Do we have the same core values? Now, the one thing I like about contract marriage in this concept is that people change.
Yes, they do.
Situations change, circumstances change. And I don't mean people change like you can change people, you can't change people, but people will evolve and change over time. And this gives couples a chance to reassess, are we still compatible?
Right.
And that could lead to, a lot of these nasty divorces, a lot of these broken homes come from couples who just can't agree when to quit.
Right.
So if you are able to maintain a family bond, even though it's not a traditional marriage, but there's peace in the house and the kids know stability, then I think that it's a win-win. We see. Yeah. So anyway, I just like the idea that it sets rules and expectations for what you can expect. When things change, you sit down and say, oh, you know what? It's time to re-up. Okay, so 3 months before the end of our contract, we sit down and we say, what's working, what's not working.
Okay.
What would you like to change? What are your concerns?
There you go.
Express those things. How are we doing money-wise? What are our goals for the next 1, 2, 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
And things of that nature. And that will actually create healthy conversations that create healthy relationships. A lot of people just kind of bulldoze themselves through life thinking that keep their head down, everything's going to stay the same forever. And then they realize that the world has completely changed and they're operating on old software.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like this concept. I think it has a lot of potential. And I like how the different values that people have, especially as couples, it could be adjusted to fit those, not just the values of the state.
Okay, very good. Now, on your screen now, so we're looking at the grounds for early division. And there can be, I mean, like I said before, I mean, we've talked about this before, years and years ago. We just kind of off the top of our head. If we had like a month or month and a half to really work on this thing, I'm sure we could hammer out some of the holes. But as of right now, the only 4 that I could think of, and again, we want to hear from you guys in the chat, and we'll read your super chats and chats here shortly. So the first grounds for early division, infidelity, meaning if one or both partner engages in sexual activity with persons other than their spouse. Agree or disagree?
Agree, but it's kind of too simple.
Why do you say that?
Infidelity is just sexual activity, or is it openly flirting and disrespecting your spouse? Is it posting half-naked pictures online, shopping for attention?
Okay, all right.
How do you classify what is cheating and what is not?
Okay.
Because I know like people like you would infidelity is just like that's just the end of the road.
That's right.
But it gets real bumpy before you get to that end of that road.
Yes, it does. And you know how I am, Dev. I prohibit all behaviors that are up to 30 degrees from cheating, right?
Yes.
So, remember Valentine's Day, I found out that you had a Reddit account. And I didn't, and I went through and I checked it and everything, but again, a Reddit account means that you can communicate with people, and if you can communicate with people, you can set things up. If you can set things up, you can cheat. And so a lot of people are like, oh my God, she just had a Reddit account. No. This is the way I run my household. It doesn't matter if it's 30 degrees from cheating or 1 degree from cheating.
Either way, you're sleeping with your front door wide open.
There you go. That's exactly right.
So I could see grounds for early division being, okay, infidelity, repeated disrespect. It could even be something like there's financial infidelity.
Not only that. Now, what constitutes as disrespect? Because you know how people are these days. He yelled at me. He disrespected me. He told me that I can't do this, or he told me that he would leave if I do that. He disrespected me. So now we have to.
Well, that forces the man to set his ground rules and expectations.
Put it in the contract
before the relationship begins.
Okay.
And that's a good opportunity for men to finally say, this is what I'm okay with, and this is what I'm not okay with.
Right.
And if you don't like it, we don't have to do this.
That's right. That's exactly right.
But infidelity, I don't know if you consider like emotional cheating or, work husbands or chatting, with men and stuff like that, flirting and things like that.
I think that could be done on a case-by-case basis. But you and I both know there are so many people who have affairs with people they work with, and the reason why is because you're around these people every day. It's like your second family, and it never starts off that way. You're just around them all the time. One thing leads to another. You guys have something in common. You guys go out for drinks with the team. One thing leads to another. You're back at the office, doing the horizontal mamba.
Intimacy by association.
There you go. Yeah, right, exactly. And so I think you're right. I think that it's a very good idea to make sure that if we were to do this experiment, you would have to stipulate, okay, what do I think infidelity is? If the man thinks that something is infidelity, but the woman doesn't think it's infidelity, guess what? Then I guess you're tearing up the contract. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, and if you can't agree, then you're probably not going to work out.
There you go. There you go. If you are having arguments about what constitutes as cheating and what doesn't, that right there tells you all you need to know about the couple. And usually it's almost always the woman who has a problem with the definition of cheating. Myron says all the time on Fresh and Fit, if you're on social media, you're cheating. And the girls lose their minds because they can't live without Instagram. And so what this does is this effectively eliminates the people who really want to be in a traditional relationship and those who don't.
Right. I agree.
The second grounds for early division is alienation of affection. This is one or both parties intentionally refusing sexual activity. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. I mean, this one makes sense that this is actually a reason for divorce. This is like legit. However, let's just say that one of the partners has a specific kink or something that they want the other partner to do. And as time goes on, the other partner's like, I don't really like to do that. I don't want to do it anymore. Is it one sexual act? Or is it just sexual activity in general?
Well, I'll tell you what.
For example, if I stop giving you head, are we still doing this?
Hold up. No, we are definitely not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. But yeah, again, I think it would be on a case-by-case basis. Refusing of sexual activity, fellatio or, backdoor fun. And just like you said, different people have different kinks. This would all have to be talked about up front. Hey, I need X, Y, and Z, or we're not signing the contract. If there's any contention on the contract, you can always negotiate.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're going to you are required to do what you signed up to do. Otherwise, the other partner can break the contract.
And you're only living with this for a year,
1
2
year.
years, 3 years, whatever
Yes.
you decide to do. And if you can't handle doing or something you don't necessarily like for the person that you love for a year, then what are you doing in a relationship to begin with?
There you go.
I mean, half the stuff you do in a relationship you don't want to do.
That's right. That's why it's called a relationship. The third reason for grounds for early termination is, like you said earlier, income loss. One or both parties loses their main source of income. Now, parties can choose to remain together if they choose to, and that sort of leads to the 2-year contract. What do you think about the income loss here? Because a lot of guys say, well, as soon as I lose my job, she's going to leave. No, that's not necessarily the case. If she really loves and cares about you, she will give you time to lick your wounds and dust yourself off.
If she loves and cares about you, she's helping you work on your resume. She's helping you find another job.
But not for too long.
She's
Not for too long, though.
No, but the second the man starts to wallow and cry,
Yes.
and be like, I can't believe it.
Yep. Yep.
You know, you don't respect me because I don't earn a living. You know, like that's when the woman loses attraction, is like,
Yep.
I'm out. Like, this is not the person. Like, I need someone who's resilient. And income loss is going to come like, hey, if you invested all your money in crypto, you're
probably not doing too good right now.
hiding right now, you know, and you're experiencing income loss.
Yep.
But give it 3 months, it could bounce back.
Right.
So you have to, I think, learn to, you know, there's a certain ride or die element
Yeah.
to this one.
Yeah.
That, okay, if you're out of work for 6 months or more, you know.
Oh, wow,
something
that's half the contract already,
yeah,
right?
I mean, well, yeah, but if one or both parties, I mean, especially if he's providing for both of you,
Yeah.
and you know, to make ends meet, she's got to go to work, he's working part-time. You do what it takes to survive.
Yep, that's right. But again, there is a clock. There is a clock. Listen, your woman will love you so long as you show the resilience that attracted her to you in the first place. Like I said, the majority of women will give you 3 to 5 days just to kind of wallow, maybe have a few drinks, tie a few off, blow off some steam. But the longer it takes you to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, the quicker she's going to lose attraction for you.
Yeah, I think that, like, for me personally, I don't think this one would be grounds for early division.
You don't think so?
No, just considering the length of the contract.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very
mean-
good. Maybe
I mean,
maybe
if
in the longer contracts, maybe the 2 to 3 year contracts.
It could be, instead of just income loss, it could be like employment loss.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Like,
all right.
because, you know, money comes and goes.
Sure.
So, I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
The fourth grounds for early division is legitimate spousal isuba spelled backwards. You guys can see the asterisk there. The isuba must be verified and adjudicated in a court of law. What this means, ladies and gentlemen, is you can't just say, he put hands on me and I want a divorce. No fault divorce, irreconcilable differences. No. If you are going through legitimate, man or woman, if you are going through legitimate spousal isuba and it's documented and it's been adjudicated, the other person is guilty of isuba, should you decide to divide early, that gives you grounds to. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that this one is even necessary, to
Yeah,
be
but
honest. But I
the
think
only reason why it's necessary is because there are so many women who claim isuba, like
Right.
Miss Amber Heard.
Right, exactly. So I think outlining what you will and won't tolerate, again.
Yep.
You know, because different people describe isuba as different things.
Yep.
Whether it's verbal, emotional, physical, whatever. So yeah, this, you know, I don't know. I just, you know, if you're worried about this and you're marrying that person, you probably like need to think twice.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. I think it's just one of those clauses that should absolutely be in a marriage
So
contract.
I have a quote from Heinlein that I wanted to read.
All right, what you got?
Heinlein.
And who
was
is Heinlein?
Robert Heinlein is the
Is an
author
author.
that I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So, marriage is a psychological condition, not a civil contract and a license. Once a marriage is dead, it is dead, and it begins to stink faster than a dead fish.
Oh, wow. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah,
as you and
because
I have both been
there's
through.
a point of no return.
Yes.
And that's why it's good to have a contract marriage. Because like, okay, look, all right, we've only got 6 weeks left. I can handle it.
Right.
You know?
I'll go live in a hotel, whatever the case may be. Yeah, exactly. Let's read our super chats here. Slambright with the $5 super chat says, the problem with legal contracts is that women will claim they were forced to sign under duress. That's how Dre got divorced. Epard. Interesting that he says that. That could be one of the stipulations, is to videotape both parties, verifying, yes, my name is Edwin Alexander Hopkins Jr. I am not signing this under duress. I understand, and all that's documented. Then you sign the contract. That way a woman can't go back and be like, well, I was under duress. No, not according to the video, you weren't.
Yeah, and it just makes me wonder how many guys sign their marriage certificates under duress. Like after the wedding, when they're like, God. Oh no, what did I do? Sign it!
Oh no, I ain't signing. I'll be like, bitch, I ain't signing shit. I gave you the wedding. I ain't gonna give you no signature. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that noise. JBlaze11 with the $2 super chat says, Don, will there be a bachelor tax in 20 years? Fam, there already is. Men like myself who are single and reproductively responsible. In other words, I'm a single. I'm contractually, statistically single. I have no children, and I'm a high earner. I get the crap taxed out of me, man.
Well, I mean, I do as well, so.
Well, that's right, exactly.
I mean, it's a bachelorette tax.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
The same whether you're male or female.
What was that?
Oh, it was your gerbil.
Oh, okay, all right. I guess that's Philip making.
He's trying his great escape.
Yeah, he's trying to get up out of here. Let's see here. Lorenzo Rock says, I want cosplay in the contract. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Hey man, everybody has their sexual kinks, man. Johnny Green says, Donovan, would you say this is a dowry with benefits? What do you think? I don't think it is. I think that the dowry is to ensure that the woman doesn't go running around on the man. See, the way dowries work, I don't know if you realize this, but the way dowries work is that back in the day, the father used to put land or some sort of asset in kind of a trust as an insurance against the girl should she decide to go feral. So if he marries her and she runs off and she's sleeping around and having other people's kids, then guess what? Then the husband is now awarded the dowry. And dude, the father does not want to have to pay the dowry. That's why the father makes damn sure he's like, okay.
Oh, it's like collateral?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
That's not what I thought it was.
Oh, no.
I always thought a dowry was, okay, so when you have a son, your son can work and provide for a wife. Right? When you have a daughter, the daughter doesn't bring much to the table.
Sure.
So I thought that the dowry was there as a gift to say, hey, you can have her, but you can also have these 8 goats. Because we know that she's not going to be working to feed you. You know,
there
more
you go.
of the traditional household type of thing where here's a chest full of, our family jewels, to something to fall back on in case the man, in case they need some extra help. It's almost like insurance rather than collateral. Yeah,
that is what a dowry is. So before he gives his daughter away to the would-be husband, dad very rarely has to sit down and have conversations like this because mom has done her job training her daughter how to be a wife.
Well, the parents also negotiate.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, look, I mean, like if the girl's a virgin, the guy's like, okay, well, I don't know. I really only need 2 acres of land in collateral. Okay. If there are rumors that she may or may not have gotten around, or if she may have had a Noit Roba.
Both ways.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And this is why we talk about female value all the time. The higher the value the female back in the day, the lower the dowry had to be. It's like a high risk driver. If I'm a 21-year-old kid and I've got 18 speeding I've had my license. I would have to have my license suspended. But if I'm a 21-year-old kid, I've had 4 speeding tickets. I'm driving a red Corvette. My insurance is gonna be more than my car payment. Mm-hmm. But if I'm a 42-year-old woman who hasn't had a traffic incident you're 45. And you haven't had a traffic incident since what, 16,
I don't
17?
remember.
Yeah,
It's
right.
been 30 years.
Well, the point is that you pay a lower insurance because you're less of a risk.
Right.
Well, it works the same with the dowry. If the girl is verified a virgin, mom signs off on her, dad is like, okay, they have the doctor check her out. She's never been with boys. All right, cool. Just give me maybe 1.5, 2 acres. But if there are rumors like, she kind of used to party, and Fred over there said that she might have messed around with some people and this and that and the third, or if there was a rumor that she might have had a Noit Roba to keep her value up, listen, I don't know, man. Like, I can't verify anything, but I'm going to need 5 acres of dowry just in case the daughter goes awry. That's how that works.
All right, so the average marriage in the United States lasts a little over 8 years.
Okay.
And 48%, I would just say 50% of all marriages will end in divorce. And I was looking at the stats, like whether they marry before the age of 22 to like 30, it doesn't matter. Like there's the instances of divorce are pretty equal spread out through the age groups. And I was surprised because I would thought that the younger that you got married, the less chance you would have for divorce.
Oh, really? That's what I thought.
No, it's actually a lot higher.
Okay.
It's like 40 to 60% if they're married between the ages of 20 and 25. And if they are married after the age of 25, the divorce rate goes down to 25%.
Wow. Now that I didn't know.
Yeah.
How about that?
So that's just something for guys to think about, especially when, especially young guys, like your girl wants to get married. It's great. You want to marry young, but at the same time, you don't want to marry too young and you don't want to wait too long either.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you end up like, what's her name? What's that Olympic sprinter? Lolo Jones. She's like almost 40 years old and she's still a virgin. Like men don't want to take the virginity of it.
She's a runner, so she doesn't have a hymen.
That doesn't matter. She allegedly has never had sex before. She's just being way too picky.
Okay.
That's how that works.
It's not that serious. So one more thing that I did discover in my research on this was if you have a friend that got divorced, your marriage is 75% more likely to end in divorce.
Really?
People are 75% more likely to end their marriage if a friend is divorced. So I know how you always talk about how her single friends are bad, but her divorced friends are worse.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, now see, this is where the contract comes into play. Mm-hmm. You can never tell within the construct of this thought experiment, you can never tell a woman what she can or cannot do. You can't tell her, hey, I don't want you friends with, Sally over there who's had 2 husbands. Her best friend is a woman who's been divorced, 2-3 times, and another one's cheating on her husband. So in your opinion, how would I know how I would go about that, but I'd be interested to hear what you would do, what your suggestion would be in terms of influences during the contract.
Well, wait, I don't understand exactly what you're asking.
So what I'm saying is that, for example, it's common. You and I, we have an understanding. Mm-hmm. You are not, and again, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do anything. But you stay away from women who are in either bad relationships, women who are divorced, or women who are perpetually single. Single women keep women single.
Yes.
Single women and divorced women or women that are cheating on their husbands are terrible for happily married women.
It is true. I think that women, especially when they're going through a divorce, is a very dangerous time to have that person in your life, because this person is all consumed with what he did, what she did, what they have to split, who said what, blah, blah, blah. It's a mess. It's probably the worst time in somebody's life, but it's also the worst influence you could have in your life. And I mean, I know this because like I didn't talk to a lot of my friends for the whole year.
Really? Why is that?
It's just I didn't want to spread the misery.
Oh, okay. Right.
Well,
that's
I'm
how
like
that goes.
self-conscious enough to know that this sucks and I should just keep it to myself.
But contract-wise, as far as this marriage contract, this coupling contract is concerned, mm-hmm. how would you suggest one go about? It's hard to say. I don't want to say we want to regulate things, but what would you write into the contract that would discourage a woman from becoming friends with women who would threaten their relationship?
Well, I mean, that's the behaviors and expectations that we discussed very early on in this conversation. Yep. You can't predict the future, but you can work together and you can say, okay, so and so Jane is going through a separation. They're going to be divorced. I know you play cards with her every Thursday night. How about you find something else to do on Thursday nights until and you kind of like lean people in the direction you want them to go. Or say, okay, we're joining a bowling league on Thursday night. Say goodbye to your friend Jane.
There you go.
And your her divorcee friends.
And if she says, well, I'm going to be friends with Jane, no problem. Cool. The contract is only 1 year. In 4 or 5 months, we'll be out of here. So please, by all means, go and have fun with Dick and Jane and whatever the hell else you're doing. Come the expiration date, I'm not re-signing. And again, what the expiration date does is this motivates both the man and the woman to do whatever they have to incentivize the other person to re-sign the contract at the after the expiration date. So it's almost like this is almost like our relationship. We don't have any sort of contract between us, but we both know that if one or both of us slips, one or both of us is out the door. That's just the way that it's got to be.
I'm sticking with you forever.
Even if I'm 500 pounds?
I'm never leaving.
We'll
Can't
see.
Get rid of me.
We'll see what happens when I'm on my 600 pound
You will
life.
never do that.
I don't know. I like to eat.
Well, that won't happen.
I appreciate that.
Oh, and grounds for early division, I think we should add one.
Oh, okay.
Mutual disinterest. Like,
mutual disinterest. Okay.
You mutually just say, you know what, this isn't working.
This isn't working. There doesn't have to be a reason. There's just, listen, man, I'm like, we tried it for a year.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, like, okay, so-and-so, never drank before, and now they're drinking a liter of vodka every day.
Yeah. Like, it would have to be an extreme. It would have to be an extreme circumstance, but it could be a certain. And honestly, grounds for early division can be for whatever the other person wants.
Yeah.
I mean, the person can leave when, and you can't just say, all right, I'm out of here. You've got to give a reason, but it's got to be really, really bad before. And worst case scenario, okay, you stick with the person for the next couple of months, and then you go along your merry way.
See, the whole purpose of marriage was to make people stick together through the hard times.
Yes, right.
But obviously that doesn't work anymore.
No.
For 50% divorce rates now.
No.
And even one of the other things I read is that the divorce rate for people over 55 is extremely high.
Yeah, isn't that gray divorce or something like that?
Yeah. And they were like, oh, well, the divorce rate for younger people is lower. That's because very fewer younger people are getting married to begin with.
Right. Yeah. 6 out of 1,000.
That's
so
it?
why are older? Yeah, 6 in every 1,000 people in the United States is married. That's the lowest it's ever been in history.
Wow.
So why is it that older people get divorced at a higher rate than younger people?
That I don't know. I think a lot of it might have to do with empty nest syndrome. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I put up with this person for 18 years.
Yep.
We had kids together. The
Yep.
kids are grown. I'm out.
Okay, very good.
For them, the bearing of the children and creating the family, that was the contract.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
at that point, it's time to go.
You know what? I'm good with gray divorce. Like, honestly, because at that point, your children, I assume, are old enough to understand okay, mom and dad don't love each other anymore, but they still love us. It's not going to change. Like, if they're out of the house by then, oh crap, mom and dad broke up, whatever the case may be. That has a much less dire effect on them as adults than it is with kids. Because I didn't realize how tough I took my parents splitting up. I was 13 years old, dude. My parents split up twice. The first time they split up, I was 8. The second time they split up, I was 13. I didn't think it affected me, but it did.
Yeah, it always does.
Yeah, it always does. Angry Bosch, member for 7 months, says, Donovan Sharpe, member for life. You're the man. I appreciate that very, very much. Lorenzo Rock says, make sure there's something in that contract about crapping in the bed.
Oh, yeah.
I guess he's talking about Amber Turd.
So that reminds me of another quote that I saved.
Yeah,
And it's a
do it.
short one. It says, this is from Robert Heinlein as well.
Okay,
It says,
good.
marriage is a young man's disaster and an old man's comfort.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
man.
At some point, you get so old that just putting up with their crap is easier than putting up with other people's crap.
Dude, yeah,
least you know what
literally
you're
and
getting.
figuratively. Literally and figuratively.
Just not in the bed.
Let's see. I think there was another. Oh, Cigar Man 85 says also a video recording of the signing with lawyer. Yes, that's what we talked about a little bit earlier, so that they can't say, "Oh, I signed under duress" and blah 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 blah. What do you think about that? Anything to add to that? Okay, good stuff. Kyle 2020 with the $5 super chat says, in cases of legitimate isuba, the male body has ways of shutting that whole thing down. I'm not really sure about that. What is he talking about? Okay.
I'm not venturing a guess.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I appreciate the super chat. Let's see here. 5 in the black. Is Venus a virgin? I don't know what that means. Wow, a woman too picky to have sex. Okay, so now it's a Disney princess syndrome. We're gonna get to the breakdown here very quickly. You had some other notes?
No, that's all.
Okay, that was all your.
Okay,
okay, very good. Okay, excellent. Go ahead.
Oh wait, one last.
Go
one.
on.
Sorry.
Go on. We have time. We're good. What the hell is going on with Chester?
I don't know. Do you want me to go look?
Lock his ass up, man. Go on. All right, I'll hold it down while Devin goes and tends to our dog, who all of a sudden just started barking out of nowhere. Chester does have anxiety issues as of late. Augustus Balmustus with the $8 super chat says, she's an 8. All right, she ate everything at the buffet. We are going to be joined, actually. We are actually going to be joined in about 10 minutes by Just Pearly Things. We're going to be... Wait a minute. Hang on a second. We're going to be joined by Just Pearly Things here very, very shortly. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Kyle 2020 said it was a joke. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't want to get into the. I did not want to get into
speculating on that one.
But yes. I did not want to speculate on that one. But, I mean, listen, he's right. But if things like that happen, then it is what it is.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, these type of contracts.
Yeah.
I think that they should be I think they should be a requirement before people cohabitate.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. If you're not going to get married, but you are going to pool your resources or move in together and things like that.
Yeah.
There should be a mutual understanding of what's expected.
Right.
And yeah. So anyway, I think.
He was barking at the Amazon guy, probably.
Yeah, we just got a delivery.
Okay. Okay, let's go through this one last time to just to make sure we don't.
I forgot one more thing.
Okay, let's go.
Another benefit to this is that before you get into this contract, this relationship, full financial disclosure.
Oh, yes. I like that.
You got to put it all on paper. What are your dets? What are your loans?
Yes. God.
What are your expenses?
Wow.
What's your income? Is your financial house in order before you combine it with somebody else's?
100%.
Just pull a LexisNexis report or credit report.
Wow.
And just say, okay, these are the issues, financial issues. This is what we're going to do to fix it before we sign this contract.
Because obviously we know that, and this is almost always women. Women almost always, they're the ones that have the debt. I think the percentages in college is like 60% women, 40% men. So women have most of the college debt. Women are spenders. They've got most of the credit card, just like Amber and Barnett. Barnett proposed to Amber, got him all enthused, and then at the house she's like, by the way, I'm $20,000 in debt. Barnett ended up having to sell his house to pay off their debt. Now they're living with a friend.
That was so stupid.
That was absolutely
You can always pay off the debt later.
Unbelievable.
You know what I mean?
No. Amber used Barnett to pay off her debt because she didn't have a job. She said, I want to be a stay-at-home wife. I wonder how that's working out, by the way.
Do you think that this takes like the romance out of marriage and relationships?
No. There has that. You know what? That's a very good question. Marriage is not about love. It's not. We would like to think that it is. The Disney fairy tale tells us that it is. I forgot who I actually heard Dana, the woman that I was on the panel with last night with Ike, and she came out. She said marriage has never been about love, man. It's about raising children is what it's about. I remember people ask you all the time, Devin, would you ever get married to Donovan? The answer is no, because we don't want children. You should only get married if you want children.
I'd marry you.
Say what?
I would.
I know you would.
I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Well, there you go. There it is. You see, you guys heard it here first. I got nothing to lose. That's exactly what it was.
Because something I read is that it's like this would treat relationships like a business partnership.
Yes.
And so, he's my partner. Okay, yeah, you're technically okay. Yes.
Yep.
But like some people I know, like a lot of women be like, oh, this is either controlling, or this is you don't trust me, or you're insecure, or whatever, and this is why you need all of these rules and outlines in order to get in a relationship with me. I just think if people need to cover their butts.
Yeah, I agree.
Because what we're doing now is not working.
Nope. No, it's not. So the purposes of the ECC, do you think it eliminates divorce EPAR, or do you think there could be loopholes in it? I'm sure, listen, man, there are scandalous women everywhere. I'm sure they would find a way to.
Women will find a way to take advantage of the kindness of men. Men want to take care of them. Men want to provide. A lot of times women will find a way to say, okay, I know this isn't in the agreement, but, and sweet talk their way. I mean, that's how women survive.
Yeah, that's
yes,
very
there
true.
will be some issues, but for the most part, if you say, okay, this contract has now ended, just like your lease is up at the end of the year if you rent, do you want to renew? Yes or no? Here's the new terms of this agreement.
Yep.
And, you kind of take the emotions out of it so that it eliminates a lot of this this vitriol back and forth of trying to hurt each other.
You told me that the last few months of your marriage, you said it was like a game of Survivor. You said it was outwit, outplay, outlast. Oh my God, dude, nobody wants to be in that situation.
No, it's horrible because it's just like, okay, I'm not a giver upper. I'm not giving up either, and like, well, everybody's miserable.
Yeah, that's how it works. Obviously, no messy or costly divorce proceedings, rewards good behavior and punishes bad behavior. This is why you and I work well together, because there are no guarantees to each other from each other.
No.
We gotta pay the price for each other every single day. Every single day.
Yeah. What'd you say? The rent's due every day?
The rent is due every day. Absolutely.
Yep. And it's
in my opinion, anyone who's not interested in this, anyone who has, I'm telling you what, it's gonna, if this were to be floated out there, women are gonna have a problem with it. They are absolutely gonna have a problem. Wait a minute, if I get fat, well, what about him loving me from the, oh, no, sweet cheeks, oh, no. He does not have to love you. He does not have to stay with you if you get fat.
It's like, if you get cancer, you have some kind of medical issues or something beyond your control happens. Yeah, you stick through it through thick and thin. That's the purpose of the contract.
Yes.
Okay? However, if you get fat and become an a-hole and you're horrible to be around, then...
why would anybody stick around?
Exactly.
Right? Unfortunately, the way women are constructed these days, the way they're conditioned, unfortunately, the worse you treat today's women, the better they treat you. It is absolutely unbelievable.
Well, unless it's a quality woman.
There you go. Unless it is a quality woman.
Like me.
All right. Well, let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away.
Oh man.
Okay. Incentivizes the maintenance of attraction. This is part of the good behavior punishes bad. Why do you think the ECC? Who do you think the ECC would benefit more, men or women?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly feel like it'll benefit men more on the front side, but I think it'll benefit women more on the back side.
Okay.
I think men will obviously go into this saying, okay, I know my risks.
Right.
I know, right. But the women also go into saying, okay, I know my guarantees. Right.
So
in a sense, there's not that. A lot of times, people will separate divorce just out of fear.
Wow.
They're like, oh, okay, well, I can't live with this, but I instead of being cordial and being a human being and separating like people should, it becomes this horrible battle of, I just want to hurt this person financially, emotionally, whatever.
Right.
So if you remove that from the whole marriage thing, I think that more people would be open to it.
Desmond Montgomery in the chat says merch. Yeah, you said yeah.
That's all right.
Merch. Dre Raven on the Sharpe stream side, and we're waiting on Pearl. She's going to be here shortly. She's getting her camera set up. Said it would be hilarious if everyone's contracts came due at the same time. You would have an I like this. I like this. You would have an open enrollment period where women trying to get renewal are on best behavior. Meanwhile, freelance women would be doing their utmost to get signed. That makes perfect sense. I like that.
Yeah,
what do you think? That makes, dude, that absolutely makes perfect sense to me. Wow.
Funny.
Holy smokes. Dre Raven also says that he can hear Chester barking. Yeah, that's exactly right. Give me 2 seconds here. Phoenix in the building. Okay, very good. When we return, Pearl Davis of Just Pearly Things is going to join us on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're back in 17 seconds. Introducing our brand new Buy Now, Pay Later option on TSR Academy. That's right, guys. You can now split up payments on all of my courses. My 25-hour game course, my 7-hour quality woman course, and even my 600-plus female translation course, Womanese. Go to tsracademy.com for details.
Always trying to say I shouldn't be with that chick. The real reason why is cause you want that bitch, but you ain't never been her type. Said you always want hate, guess I'm doing something right. You're telling me I broke, dude, what's new? Having money never gonna lay you on top of that. All these gold diggers gonna take you.
Welcome back to TSR Live. Thanks for staying with us. We sincerely appreciate it. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. We would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that very much. We got to get the word out. Be sure to join me. Be sure to join me tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, as I continue to break down the ultimatum. We are on breakdown number 13. Well, actually, we're on breakdown number 13. That happens tomorrow. You can watch live for free. You can just download on the Sharpe Stream app. Just download it from the App Store or the Google Play Store. Be sure to do that as well. Still waiting on Pearl. She's just getting her cameras. Shout out to my guys. Hang on a second. Shout out to my snipers on the Sharpe Stream side. We've got Dre Raven. Let's see. Hellfong, JBlaze11, Kyle 2020. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. Johnny Green, at RealFemSapien. Allie is in the house. JBlaze11 double dipping. Lorenzo Rock, Desmond Montgomery, Andre Rivers, and of course the lovely and talented Devin. And so let's go ahead and put our headphones on because Pearl is all set and ready to go. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to bring on our guest. Give me 1 second here. There she is. All right. Perfect. Awesome. There is Pearl. Pearl, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing very, very well. First off, congratulations are in order. You just hit 100,000 subscribers.
I did. Thank you so much.
What's life been like since you hit 100K?
It's been the same, except I get to hire people now.
Now, let me ask you this. What has been the biggest challenge in starting your channel? Because, again, you say this all the time. I wanted to give up, but I stuck with it. What was the one thing that made the difference? What kept you at it, and what ended up working?
Okay, first question. The hardest thing about the channel was freaking audio.
Oh God,
I
yes.
hate audio.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
And all the tech stuff and the equipment and the editing, like that. Oh my God, sorry, hold on, my dog.
That's all right.
But like that literally drove me nuts for months. Like it made me want to quit so many times. And then I would say what made the difference is I'm always really just trying to like change girls' minds. And I've had so many girls like come onto my show and like say, you know what, I don't think I'm a feminist anymore. And I think people just like to, I can't even count how many times that's happened.
Wow.
So, yeah. Because I think a lot of our society like lies to women, so I don't really push giving advice like one way or the other. I just think we should be giving women all the information so they can make the best possible decisions.
Right.
And I think that's what people really like to see. Like my friend Jess, she was huge for the channel. You've seen a couple of videos with her. You could see like the first time she came on, she's like arguing with me about like trans stuff. You know?
Of course.
And then now it's funny. We fast forward like 3 months later, she's reiterating red pill content
Yes.
to other people and telling your family about it. It's like, it's just cool because you can see like the evolution of these people from the show
Yeah.
to the reaction videos. I show them different content, and it's like, you can just see girls, you know, maybe going from like 304s to wives in real time.
304s to 403s. So I remember you and I had a conversation about a couple of potential co-hosts, and I told you right off the bat, Jess is the one.
Yeah.
You were thinking about somebody else, and I was like, no, you don't need to go with that person. You need to go with Jess. Did you make the right choice?
Oh yeah, I did for sure. I just told her to quit her day job. She like worked with kids. I was like, screw the kids.
Absolutely.
Like, nah, come here. So, yeah, she helps me with a lot of the show. She just did a 24-hour live stream with me, which was
Oh my God.
the worst idea I've ever had. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm too old for all of that. MLD did a
It was
24-hour live
horrible.
stream after
Like,
the
I would
election.
never do that
I can't
again.
imagine anything worse.
Dude, a 24-hour live stream. Did you what was that like?
It was horrible. It was not very well planned, for one.
Oh my God.
For two, I think I overestimated my ability to stay awake. I fell asleep on the stream for a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh my God. So you're going to do this when you hit 200,000 subscribers, yes?
No. maybe half a mil. I think 200K is too soon. I'm scarred.
Talk about how easy or difficult it is to recruit people to come onto a podcast like yours.
Oh my God, hell. I relate with the men because
Yes.
these hoes are so flaky.
Yes.
They're so flaky. I never know if they're showing up. I don't want to say that's not as hard as the text stuff because I've always had a natural. I'm really good at like finding people, and I've always been the girl that like knows a lot of people.
Sure.
Because I'm a talker, you know. I like.
Sure. Hey, that's why we have podcasts.
But no, it's impossible. Like, oh my gosh, there were shows that I did with one person because what I did was 3 months ago, I told myself I was gonna stick to a live stream schedule 3 times a week.
Good.
And like whatever happens, I'm sticking to it, whether it's like with a lot of people or just me. And there was shows that I literally had one person on, and it was so
Wow.
awkward.
Yes.
It was a horrible show,
Yes.
but I did it. I made it through, and it gets easier over time because the bigger you get, like the more people want to come.
I was gonna say, is word getting out about your show and the format of the show? So that's making, because listen, Fresh and Fit, their Instagram DMs are chock full of bitches trying to get onto their stream. How is it? How is that for you, or has that happened yet?
I wouldn't say I'm like chocked full because again, the majority of my audience is in the U.S.
Okay, of course.
So I think if I was in a U.S. city, maybe I would.
Is this a prediction, prognostication of future plans? Like, what's going on, Pearl? Do tell.
I'm not gonna say too much. Maybe we'll see. I do like the state of Florida. That's all I'll say.
I like Miami. Miami is the only city in Florida I like. Quickly, somebody wants to know if you got punched in the eye.
But no.
Yeah, because it looks like one of your eyes are I don't know. It's probably a residual from that 24-hour
Twitching.
live stream.
No,
Yeah.
it's probably just extreme exhaustion.
Yeah.
So we're about to break down this video. We're going to get you out of here on this, Pearl, because we know it's 11. It's a little after 11 o'clock out there in London. You probably got sleep to get. Talk to my audience a little bit about this video we're about to break down. This is a very portly woman who called herself an 8. She called herself an 8, and you summarily dismissed all of that. Why would someone who is so obviously not an 8 call herself an 8? She knows that's not what she is, but she called herself that anyway.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of women, they want to say it as a sign of confidence.
Okay.
I think that's like a lot of times their intention is like, I want to be confident in myself, and like I do think there's some truth into like being confident makes you more attractive, right? Nobody's super excited to be with someone who's really insecure, but I think the problem is women err on the side of delusion.
Yes.
Where I think like if I thought I was an 8, 9, or 10, like where are my modeling contracts?
Yeah,
Why haven't
right.
I been on?
Right.
And I just think that's like true, and a lot of times as girls, like we shield each other from what's honest and what's true.
Wow. Okay, very good. Pearl, tell the people where they can find you when you live stream and all that good stuff.
So we just up from 3 days a week to 4 days a week.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm doing a show with Sarah Garvey on Tuesdays. So
Excellent,
it's
excellent.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We try to start by 9. Sometimes we be running late, but
Dude.
like we try to start by 9.
Yeah, listen, I'll tell you what, man. Starting shows on time is tough because of the audio. You know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Pearl, listen, again, congratulations on the success. Everyone sees you out here working hard. It's really, really cool that you put in the work and work is starting to pay off. Who knows? Maybe I'll go viral one day. Everybody's gone viral except for me, so I'm gonna have to work on my viral content.
How'd you get to 100? And you have a lot of subs. You didn't go viral?
I've never gone viral. Never.
Really?
Yep. That's right. I built it from the ground up. So now we're working on Devin and I are going to be working on content that's going to really get some people thinking. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
I'm excited to see it. We're gonna have you on the show. We're gonna do a live panel.
Yeah, man.
So.
Hey, real talk, man. Put me up against these feminists here. Pearl, again, congratulations to you. Good luck to the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Yes, good job, Pearl.
Thank you.
That is Pearl Davis of Just Pearly Things joining us on the side. Yeah, listen, man, Pearl has really, really put in the work. Dev, go ahead and read the super chats. I'm gonna go pee really quickly.
Okay. Okay. I'm not prepared. I was doing something else. All right. Loving the format and transition of the show. Asher James, $4.99. Thank you very much. I was looking at why Donovan hasn't gotten his 100K plaque. And so I apparently you have to order it. So I was just trying to do that for Donovan right now. So that's what I was doing. Let's see. Slambright, $5 says, here's the problem. The ECC will benefit women more because they will have men willing to commit, but women don't want the effort required. I definitely agree with that. It's basically how you flip the script, right? Because right now women want commitment and men don't want to commit. But yeah. Thank you, babe. I'm not good at this. Thank you.
That's quite all right. Oh man, it's interesting. I always forget just how quickly these energy drinks run through me, dude. I just drank this whole Monster Energy Zero. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Okay, it is time to break it. Huh?
So the plaque, the 100K plaque.
Yeah. What about it?
You have to submit a thing to get a redemption code to get it sent to you. So that's what I was doing before you left. And it says that you're not currently eligible.
Oh, dude, I'm never going to be eligible.
Your channel doesn't meet our eligibility or criteria to receive a creator award. Specifically, check your channel's content against our community guidelines and our advertiser-friendly content guidelines for monetized content. I don't have a problem there. Content violating these guidelines may be ineligible for a creator award, even if your channel hasn't received any community guideline strikes or had content removed. It may still not be eligible for a creator award. So you were right.
I told you.
They just didn't give it to you because they don't like you.
Yeah, that's it. And I don't care. I don't take it personally. I mean, dude, as long as those checks clear, I ain't mad at him. Listen, I don't need no plaque. I'm good. I don't have any room on my wall for a plaque anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna appeal that.
Okay, well, do what you got to do. I'm not holding my breath. We're gonna get to the breakdown here quickly. Slambright with the $5 super chat says, "Here's the problem. The ECC will benefit women more."
I just read that one.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm sure he would like your opinion on it because mine was like,
Oh, okay. So he said the EC will benefit women more because they'll have men willing to commit, but women don't want the effort required. Well, that's what the ECC is there for. Now, the thing is how many men are willing to uphold that contract, right? Like, let's say they define what flirting is, but the woman, what cheating is, but the woman either flirts or she might be cheating, whatever the case may be. Is the guy going to make it known to the powers that be that, hey, like, I want out of this relationship? Or he's going to say, yeah, you know what?
I mean, what powers that be? The thing expires.
The courts. Well, that's true. But I mean, a lot of guys might say, well, you know what? I mean, I'm probably not going to get re-signed. This girl probably doesn't want to re-sign with me. She's probably with me for convenience. So it really just kind of end up like it was before.
Well, welcome to life. I mean,
okay.
so many people now are in marriages of convenience or relationships because people start out in relationships these days and end up in situationships.
Yes.
Not the other way around. So
yes.
you kind of gotta weigh your risk and know what you're doing.
Okay. Very good. Asher James, I know you read this already. $5 says, loving the format and transition of the show. Before we get started here, yes. Right now, for a limited time, you can try SharpeStream for free. You can try SharpeStream for free. How many days free do they get?
7.
So for right now, it's 7 days. You get 7 days for free. So if you wanna check things out, see what we're all about.
All
you can
the dating show breakdowns.
I was gonna say
the Red Pill Theater on Saturdays.
I just want to show you guys. So this is the dating show breakdowns, guys. Love is Blind, Temptation Island, F-Boy Island, The Bachelor, 90 Day Fiancé, The Ultimatum, Too Hot to Handle, Love Island, and of course Red Pill Theater. Guys, take a look at this catalog. Look at this.
So fun.
Look at this. Look at all of this. Each one of these is a breakdown. Look at this. Look. I'm still scrolling. Oh, we forgot about Labor of Love. Look at this. Guys, there we go.
Yep, started out with Love is Blind.
We're talking over, this has got to be well over 1,000 hours.
Yeah, and
worth of
it's a lot easier to navigate with the buttons at the top
Yes.
if you want to go to each different show.
So if you want to watch Temptation Island, there we go.
Ta-da!
We've got season 1,
4.
2, 3, 4. There's season 4. That's what we're on. Then of course there's season 3. All the way back to season 2 and season 1.
Yeah, I even put Kendall's interview in there too.
Perfect. Very good. Yeah, you guys will get to see that interview. So guys, be sure, like I said, sharpestream.com. You get instant access for a limited time. You can try it absolutely free.
And you can access the chat, which is really fun. You can post GIFs and make everybody laugh. It's really cool.
That would be awesome. And now for the main event. So we are about to break down this delusional woman, if you can call her that. And wow. So have you already seen which one? Oh yeah, okay. I think I watched like maybe the first 5 or 10 minutes of it. I saw Chisha Zed.
So
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just taking it all in here, and these women are not dressed like women.
Nope, they're dressed like dudes.
Men are like all suited up.
Yep.
And suits and sneakers, not bad, but look at Pearl.
Pearl is, I remember in Florida, dude, when we were in Miami, she's like, I need you to teach me how to girl.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Let's hear from the girls.
That's doing
Do you
great.
think most girls are objective?
Hang on a second. I got to get rid of this control find because I was doing a find for Lizzo. Okay, here we go.
Or do you think they think they're hotter than they are? Now, let's hear from the girls. Do you think most girls are objective?
If you want to pause, just ask me to pause it.
Or do you think they think they're hotter than they are?
Uh-oh.
Or do they underrate themselves? Go around.
Personally, I think it depends on the person because growing up, I'm
Here we
obviously
go.
not skinny. Hi, everyone. I'm not skinny. So growing up,
No.
Even her knees are fat.
Dude, her knees are fat. Dude, a fat tell on a woman is when her knuckles are concave. Like when a woman's fingers, when a person's fingers are so fat, their knuckles are concave.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it is. But I like how she all of a sudden, all right, hi, I'm not thin. Yeah, no shit. This is a woman trying to circumvent the initial sting of being looked at as overweight. Just like Biggie said in Hypnotize. He's One More Chance. He said, heartthrob never, black and ugly as ever. He was talking about himself. He beat you to it. So you can't say, man, Biggie Smalls, that black motherfucker, that fat ass Nope.
Oh
he
yeah,
said
I
it
do
himself.
that all the time. I know I'm old and
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm old for
Yeah, right.
you
And
know?
well, whatever. And so that's what she's doing. She's saying, okay, all right, I know I'm not thin. That way people don't have to tell her, you're fat.
I was never the beauty standard for anyone. So like all my friends were getting chatted up by people, blah, 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 blah. And I was just the other one, you know? So like I never really thought of myself as
the mother hen.
Yeah,
Right? Is that what
that's
you
who
call
she is. Yeah, the mother hen, the gatekeeper is always the fat friend.
an attractive person. Like I would never call myself anything more than a 4. But now, like I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like
One of the things that women lie about all the time, I don't care what people think about me. No, women care very much what people think about them. But you want to know why a lot of women say, I don't care what people think about me? Because that is a masculine trait. They think that by pretending not to care what people think, they think that makes them more attractive.
I think it's more of a defense mechanism.
Really?
Yeah, because they've been like hurt by people's words for so long that they're just if they say it, they'll make it real. Like, okay, well, I know what I look like, and I know this, and I know I'm not the beauty standard. Basically, she's saying, I know I'm overweight, I don't take care of myself, and that's not attractive to people. No. But instead of just coming out saying that, it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not a beauty standard, but I the world sees me as a 4, but I don't measure myself by, regular sticks, kind of thing.
Look, the way I see it is this. A girl who looks like her, she could be confident as I don't know what. Or she could be insecure. I'm not fucking either one of them. I'm sorry. I'm not sticking sticking my dick in a chick that looks like that. It's just
she
not
would never
happen.
have sex with you either. So.
Oh, of course not. I would never have sex with you either, Donovan. Yeah, of course not.
You're not my beauty standard.
I don't meet your beauty standards. Yeah. Yes, that is us making fun of the British. Here we go.
I've grown into myself, and I'm comfortable with who I am now. That like, even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10. Let's not go that far, but. Like, definitely an 8 per. So, like, whether you guys think I am or not,
How do the guys on the left keep a straight face?
They don't. They actually interject into the conversation.
Okay.
But that's a very good question, because if I were there, I'd be like, sorry,
You'd be your own soundboard. You'd be like, stop the cap.
Yeah, stop capping. And I would say, look, due respect. Like, I'm not trying to be mean-spirited here, but there's no way you can think of yourself as an 8. Like, come on. Like, why do women do this? Why not just hit the
Because
gym?
when you look in the mirror, on your best day, you're a 10.
Oh,
on your worst day, you're a 3. So on every other day, you're an 8.
Yeah.
It's the law of averages, man.
Yeah, totally.
Got nothing to do with her.
But like,
so what is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? If nothing's changed,
what
is it that takes you from a 4
loving
to
myself
an 8?
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
I understand that, yeah.
No, sweetheart, you are still disgusted by what you see, but you're telling everyone that you're not.
So,
but that doesn't. You're not necessarily being objective about how other people view you.
Uh-oh.
Right? 'Cause isn't that what a rating really is?
Ooh.
Like, what you think the vast majority of people.
Like if I rated myself 1 to 10, I give myself a 5. I think I'm normal looking,
Yeah,
and I just think it's based on my results. I think if I was an 8, 9, or 10, I would have had modeling contracts. Because people in the top 20% of beauty, they get modeling contracts.
Yeah.
What is beauty?
So what is?
See, there she goes. What is beauty?
Oh, that's her attempt to debate, because every debate starts with a definition.
Yes. When they say, well, what is beauty? Listen, beauty is like pornography. You can't describe it necessarily, but you know it when you see it.
Oh, no, that's obscenity. Yeah, that's what the Judge Scalia said that, I believe.
I think so, yeah. That's exactly what that. Yeah, you're right.
It's beauty. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things. Like, if you... I mean, you can go online and have people rate your pictures, and they rank you 1 to 10.
There you go.
And so you can get a lot of data that says how attractive you are in society. And men will rate you, women will rate you, like every day. How we look is like how we represent ourselves. It's not fun, but it's just like being honest. So
is that the mic that you gave her?
Don't do that.
And it's also like you can get dating apps to like everyone's Tinder, Bumble, like they have a ranking for you behind the scenes. Yeah.
Look at her. Look. They're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Do they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. There are all kinds of websites where you can go, where you can put your pictures up and get people to rate you.
Yeah, wasn't that called like Hot or Not back in like?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Early 2000s.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Oh, but she said that like Tinder and Bumble have like a background rating.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I guess they do. I suppose they do. I don't know. I suppose they do.
And that girl, like according to beauty standards, she could be a model for Athleta or Lululemon at this point.
Jesus Christ.
So,
dude, she doesn't even have
she's not completely delusional.
Look, she doesn't even have a pretty face, at least not that I can see. So if you don't have a pretty face, look, man, a woman can control her sexual market value. Just because you're not pretty does not mean you can't be attractive. There is a difference. Devin, you are not traditionally pretty or beautiful, but you are very, very attractive. The difference between beautiful and attractive is that beautiful is pretty and fuckable. Attractive is fuckable, right? So just because you weren't born with good facial genetics does not mean you can't get and bust your ass in the gym and get down to size.
What about these guns, though, huh?
Yeah, nobody cares about your guns.
So, I don't understand when girls say like, I'm an 8 because, or sometimes I hear girls say 10. Because I hear this a lot where they say like, because I love myself and I'm like confident now. But don't you think attractiveness is based on results?
They may be, but I don't care about those results.
Okay.
Oh, maybe, but I don't care about
She's
those
gonna wake
results.
up every day and look in the mirror.
But do you think then you're not being objective
Oh.
about how attractive you are or how attractive anyone else might be?
Uh-oh.
I guess not, but yeah. That stuff's not really important to me.
Sure,
say.
yeah.
It's not important to me. Why is she telling us that it's not important to her?
Because she doesn't want to do anything to change it.
There
that
you
would
go.
take effort.
There
and
you
if
go.
she cared enough, she wouldn't look like that.
There you go. And that's the point. Look, man, if a person, an out of shape person, it tells you a lot about them. I hired an attorney to take care of something minor. I don't know, maybe about a year or two ago. And the attorney was actually a portly woman. I paid her $10,000 in legal fees and nothing changed. Nothing changed. I wasted them. And listen, could it have something to do with her portly figure? I don't know. But all I could do was look at her behavior. I got completely blindsided in one of the hearings on the phone. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't my lawyer supposed to know this stuff? It was unbelievable. I ended up having to fire her and hire another attorney who is in much better shape than her. So being portly, it says a lot about a person. I don't want to hear about no thyroid. Dude, I don't want to hear about thyroid conditions. Devin, do you have a thyroid, yes or no?
Nope.
There you go. I don't want to hear about thyroid, genetics, or I'm big bone. No. Being overweight is about laziness. If you are lazy, you will be overweight. Mark LeBrant just nailed it right there.
I think when someone when someone rates somebody, why does that have anything to do with them? Like if someone rated like somebody a 3, and it's just like, oh, okay, that's your opinion. Like it's not.
Yeah, at the end
like
of the day, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Because if somebody rates you a 3, you know what that means? They're not trying to bang you.
Yeah, but if you don't care what that person thinks.
Oh, but you do. Of course she cares. Listen, this is the circumvention. If you can't fire me because I quit, right?
Yes.
So you're oh my God, I would never bang a fat girl, just like you said earlier. Well, I didn't ever wanted to sleep with you anyway. It's the same thing.
Rating is not a fact; it's an opinion.
Do you
know what I mean?
Listen.
Everyone's opinion then would add up to a fact, right?
Yeah, add up to a consensus. Maybe not a fact, but consensus.
Oh, got her. Dude, he just TKO'd her with that. He said, maybe not a fact, but a consensus. This is what women always say when they disagree with something. My mom used to do this to me way back in the day. She used to tell me whenever I'd say something, she'd be like, in your opinion, in your opinion. That's the way to that's a way to disagree without really disagreeing. When people say in your opinion, well, I disagree. That's an opinion. Translation, I don't have an argument. Just like the lady Dana on the pod yesterday, I told her the older women get, the less their options are. I don't think that's true. You can think whatever you want. It's the truth.
Yeah. In a sense, though, what do you really expect her to say?
Well, Pearl just sat here and said, I consider myself to be a 5 or a 6. Like she was Pearl. See, listen, man. Pearl is the reason why Pearl is at 100 and now 15,000 subscribers is that she, as far as I know, is the only woman who is up here actually telling the truth about the way things really are. There are enough Myron Gaines and Donovan Sharpes out there, right? There are very few women out here saying, hey, look, man, I'm a 5 or a 6. I'm not going to sit here and tell myself that I'm an 8. I'm not going to tell myself that I'm a 9 or a 10. Pearl is being 100% honest, whereas these women are just lying to themselves and everybody else.
Yeah, I think this is the narrative versus reality.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And Pearl and listen, she's an attractive white woman in England, and that she makes all of that work. The point is that she can be honest. And that's why nobody catches her in a gotcha moment, because there is no delusion on her end. It's unbelievable to see. It really is.
Yeah, consensus. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like I have a group of friends, right? And when I walk into the room with the group of friends, I know immediately who's going to get the most attention from the guys. It's not me, right? I have like a friend who's like very, very attractive. And I know when I walk into a room with her, like the guys talk to her first, because like girls, you can kind of just feel it. But I almost wonder when I hear like, and I hear this from girls a lot, like I'm a 10, I'm a 10, I'm a 10. If that's not like rooted in reality. Because attractiveness, like there's numbers behind it, whether it's just your results in the world or your dating app data or the like
your attractiveness. Listen, even though it's an opinion, your attractiveness is quantifiable. It's not readily quantifiable, but it is quantifiable. Agree.
It's subjective to a point, but
yeah, right, exactly.
The type of guys you can get.
Look at that.
It's quite harsh, isn't it?
It's not fun. Like
not fun.
I don't enjoy like walking into a room and knowing everyone's going to talk to my friend and not me. That's not fun.
Yeah.
But I think I'd be delusional if I walked into a room and I thought, wow, like they're all going to talk to me first.
I think in addition to your point,
Did you hear what she just said? She's like, it's not fun, but that's how it is.
men understand hierarchy.
I was just gonna say that.
So we understand that I'm a 4 because there are guys that are 5 and get this attention. Guys that are 6, they get that attention. 7 and so on and so forth. Whereas women, I don't want to say they live in a delusion sometimes, but it's a case of, well, because I believe I'm this, I am that. And I was going to speak about gender, but I thought, let me not, because there's a whole separate topic where people will go, oh, what is gender?
Oh, boy, here we go. Just like she says, well, what is beauty, right? Come on.
And then,
Let's not go into that.
Yeah, let's not go into that,
But-
please.
You're going to get me in trouble.
Oh, now there he goes. Now he goes to
But
simping.
I do think that women also understand the hierarchy. It's just like in this day and age, because we've been exposed to what men want, we kind of
This is funny.
understand,
What
like,
men want.
okay, that's not what men want, but I don't care because I'm never going to be that, without money and clout.
So
shall I
she's
say.
got the defeatist attitude where I'll never be a 10, so why bother?
This I've said this before. She's the equivalent of the dudes who complain about women, the incels of the world. All girls want guys who are 6'5" with 6-pack abs, a 6-foot dick who makes 6 figures, so I'm just not even going to try it. No, that's bullshit. What she just said, basically, she just said all men just want the Kim Kardashian Instagram model. Nothing could be further from the truth. And this is what women like her do all the time, Dev, is they use apex fallacies. Well, I'm never going to be what they want. I'm never going to be the beauty standard, so I may as well be a fat ass. No, fuck that. You're lazy. Agree or disagree?
I agree.
All right.
What do you guys think men want?
Oh, here we go.
Body.
Well,
See?
let's ask y'all
Body,
that.
yada,
Listen,
yada,
let me
yada,
tell
yada,
you.
yada.
I want to hear, because you said
Look at the girl in the middle. Look at the attitude on old girl in the middle. Watch.
Body.
Well, let's ask y'all
Body,
that.
yada,
Listen,
yada,
let me
yada,
tell you.
yada, yada.
I
Look,
wanna-
both of them. Let's ask y'all that. Like, they shouldn't be, dude. If they, what do y'all want? Not you.
here, because you said like you think that girls understand what men.
Just like with Lovely, she's like, if I were dating you, I was like, I would never date you, and everybody was shocked. Oh my god, because women don't expect men to just tell them straight up, you don't qualify. That's why they were all like, yeah, let's hear what you have to say. That was almost
She
like,
belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
I think your version. I think that I think I'm gonna
She
update.
belongs to the streets.
Oh boy, here we go. All right. JC says she is a femcel. She could get dick if she really wanted to.
want. So I want to go like one by one. And
Here we go.
do you think? What do you think men want?
No.
Honestly,
One at a time. Sorry.
I couldn't tell you because,
Oh, come
I feel
on,
like-
Jess.
again, I've never been in a relationship, but I've chatted
What? Never been in a relationship.
Hey.
to quite a few guys, and it seems like it's not even that I don't live up to their standards. I feel like I'm never what they
Merge.
want, and I'm like, is it looks? Okay, apparently I checked that box, but they still don't want me.
She's never
But
had a
in
relationship, but
personality-
she has a chest tattoo.
I don't make the rules. I just report them.
Yeah, you're cool. You're
And this is Pearl's friend, and Pearl would probably agree with the fact, hey, look, chest tattoo, not the best thing in the world.
vibes, but I don't want to wife you. Like I don't get it. You say you want personality, but you still go and try and treat a girl like a hoe. And I know this is not all guys. I understand that. And maybe
Yeah, we treat girls like hoes who act like hoes. If you let me smash 37 minutes after we meet,
She belongs to the streets.
that's how that works. So here she is again. This is this whole apex fallacy type deal. She's like, oh, I don't know what guys want. I think she knows what guys want, but I think that she, at this point, she doesn't think she's capable of giving a man what he wants.
I don't think she knows what guys want.
Really? You don't think so?
No, I think she has these preconceptions, but I don't think she knows. Like she thinks she knows what guys want, but she has no idea.
Wow. Okay, so I guess maybe she's being honest that she just doesn't know what they want.
Yeah, I don't think she knows. If she's never been in a relationship, she's a pretty girl.
I mean, she's pretty and she's never been in a relationship. And listen, this is Pearl's friend. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited here, but
No.
but if this were if I didn't know who this person was and she told me, "Hey, I'm 22, 23 or 21, 23 years old. I've never been in a relationship, but I wonder why men are treating me like hoes." That's probably the reason, right?
That's kind of the way that you present yourself.
Pearl is telling me that is not her friend. Oh, very good. For whatever reason, I thought she looked a little bit like Jess. Okay, so now we can go in. Very good. She wasn't on this episode, so yes, she belongs to the streets. And listen, this girl, you can tell. Listen, she's a good-looking girl, but she's got the tit tattoo, and she's never been in a relationship, man.
Yeah, it's
And she
almost like
admitted
it's almost like she's proud of that.
Yeah, dude.
Which is very strange.
I've never been in a relationship.
Oh, yes. So you're basically
Belongs to the streets.
toilet paper, not a paper towel.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ.
maybe this is just the guys I attract. I don't know what I'm doing, but okay, cool. But I just feel like
merch.
Maybe society as a whole, not everyone, we do care a lot about looks, and I think
Yes,
that
we
is
do.
a lot about like it's very superficial. I think a lot of guys are very superficial. Again, not all guys, but maybe a certain kind of guys.
Oh,
they
here it
just
is.
care more about looks.
Could I give you something?
This is interesting, and we'll get to this in a second. Women always characterize. Oh, you're right. Jess is American. She is American. Okay. See, that's me. See, that's me with the whole. They all look alike. And I'm a black man. Goddamn. The thing with this is what it's when girls describe this kind of thing, they sort of act like they don't know what's really going on. But she's sitting here wondering why men treat her like a hoe. But again, like I said, she just she calls men not she didn't say shallow, but she said they're superficial.
Superficial.
Newsflash, sweetie. Being attracted to someone because of the way they look is not superficial. There's no such thing as superficiality. People are attracted. Attractive people are. Everybody's attracted to attractive people. That doesn't make them superficial. Because I bet when she talks about what her type is, well, I like guys that are tall and this and that and the other. Nobody calls her superficial, right? They just call her selective. But when men say, "Listen, no fat bitches in my rotation," oh my God, you're superficial.
Yeah, and this world is designed where we do judge books by their cover.
That's right.
Because who the hell has time to open up every book?
That's right. That's a very good analogy. That's exactly right. We're genetically predisposed to seek out markers of fertility
And health. Yes.
and health. There you go.
Advice
Yes.
in regards to like dealing with a guy that you're not sure where you stand with him, where he's saying like he might have sex with you, but he's not willing to commit to you.
Yes.
Or he might, take you out on dates, or you might cook dinner for him, or you might take him on dates, whatever it is, yeah. But there's no commitment. There's no long-standing chance.
What's so funny?
This guy's trying to toe the line.
Yeah, you can tell he's definitely hedging. He's afraid. He's afraid. You can tell.
Of a relationship, yeah. If you're dealing with that kind of situation, I think there's one sentence that would clear up the whole thing. Would you like to meet my dad? Bang.
What if you don't have a dad?
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, here we go.
But would you like
See? Would you like to meet? But what if you don't have a dad? Yeah, that explains a lot.
to meet my family? Would you like to meet my brother? Would you like to meet my mum? As soon as you take it there, I'm sorry, but there's an immediate decision that partner has to make. Am I actually serious about this? Do I want to? Am I invested in this person enough to actually engage with their family?
Yeah.
So, and honestly, from the beginning, if you introduce your boyfriend, your fling, whatever it is, if you're trying to get commitment from them, if you introduce them to your family from the beginning, you can see how they engage with your family members.
Yeah.
Are they respectful?
Especially a male counterpart in the family.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because
Yes.
they can tell what that guy is up to.
But what if you don't have a male counterpart?
Oh, see, do you hear every time he says, do you want to meet my father? What if you don't have a father? Well, a male person. Well, what if I don't? These women
I'm
are
sure
looking.
she's got like 18 ex-boyfriends.
Well, no. There's a difference. There's a difference. Family members and ex-boyfriends are two very different things.
Yeah,
you
but
understand
there's like
that?
male friends in her social circle, maybe. Or
They're not going to be honest with her.
Oh, okay.
If there are male friends in any girl's social circle, they're trying to get at her. So when she goes to them with the opinion, hey, what do you think of Donovan? They'll be like, oh, he's a bad guy and this and that and the other. And of course, that would bring them further towards your boy.
If you don't have a brother, what if you don't have a...
I understand that
a
there
dad,
are
what if
those
you don't?
circumstances, obviously. I would still say introduce them to your family.
No,
Do you have a
100%.
trusted
100%.
elder brother type figure or a father type figure that you trust? If you don't, you know, many moms out there have played the role of both father and mother.
Right.
Even your friend who's a guy.
Sorry?
Even your friend who is a guy
I
can tell.
don't know about that one.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
See?
No, because
that's your boy.
friend who's a guy might be actually
That's your
secretly
boy.
fancying
They're gonna-
you.
Binging.
You know what I'm
There it is.
I
There it
see.
is. You see? Yep. See? So even they know.
100. They're gonna tell you this. Yeah, he's mad
Because he wants you. Yeah.
Exactly. So he may not be
That's-
very objective about
No.
it. A family member will be.
So,
Yes.
what do you guys think that men want?
Oh boy, here we go.
I kind of agree with Thais. Like, it's kind of weird. Some guys might just want looks or body.
Oh god.
Some guys want to see like where the girl's going in the career or what she's actually interested in. Some guys, I don't know.
We want fit, feminine, and friendly women. That's it. That's it. You don't have to be a supermodel. You don't have to be a twig, okay? But you got to be fit. You cannot be fat. And now we're getting a close up of this girl. She is a behemoth.
They're wearing dance.
Holy
tees,
moly. No,
like-
the girl on the left. The girl who rated herself an 8. What the hell is she doing?
She's got lady lumps.
Dude, she's got something. Ay, ay, ay.
Okay.
They might have some similarities or something. I don't know. I don't actually know.
What about you?
From what I've gathered from guys
Not you.
that
She's-
haven't in
These women are acting like they're asked to solve an algebraic equation.
Yes.
What do you think men want? What's so difficult about that?
Well, what do you think? What do you think men want?
What you just said, fit, feminine, friendly. Like, hey, let's have a girl who's, in
good shape.
has good mental health, good physical health, and is pleasant to be around.
That's it. We're not complicated, ladies. We're not complicated at all. Sometimes we can be, but in terms of keeping us around, not that hard.
interested in me,
Jay Blaze says, bro, she's even bigger up close. Oh boy.
as well as like guy friends. Most of the time they don't want a plus size girl because either they're afraid or embarrassed or
They're afraid.
Hey,
whatever.
They're
Afraid?
Afraid of getting squished.
afraid of what? Oh, see, there she goes. There she goes. They're afraid. No, the only thing that we would be afraid of is getting seen with a plus size girl. But the way they're afraid. Oh, like I'm intimidated by No, I'm not intimidated by them. I'm disgusted by them. Dude, when I was 312 pounds, I was fucking gross, man. I was gross, dude. You guys have all seen my before and after picture. I can admit that. But women on the other side, well, they just can't. They absolutely can't. They're just scared. No, dude, we're not intimidated.
I know
by
what
that's
would make
nonsense.
her look more attractive and confident.
What?
A sleeve tattoo.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's exactly what.
That's what's next.
Isn't it? But we watch My 600-Pound Life all the time. That's the one thing that all these big bitches have in common. They all have tattoos. They all have these crazy piercings. It's the weirdest
And
thing.
skinny boyfriends, which is
Oh my
the
god,
strangest
dude!
thing.
Oh my god! Don't get me started. Do not get me started.
Hey man, those disability checks,
I don't know about all of that.
guaranteed
man.
income.
Or if they do, they only want to be low key about it. They don't want to show you off. They don't want people to know that they're like talking to you or trying to do a thing with you.
Yes, because. God.
But most of the guy friends that I've had usually want like girls, definitely big bum. It's always a big bum.
Here she goes.
Always.
And then but
See, there's the thing. Definitely big bum. Definitely. So she's talking about that Instagram booty stuff. Sweetheart, the guys you're going after, that's what they want. Guys who want these cartoonish Instagram 60-inch booties, that's ridiculous. That's crazy talk.
You know what men want? A heart-shaped beef Wellington.
You know it. That's right. We want a heart-shaped ass. That's what it really comes down to.
Beef Wellington.
I said ass. God damn it. I get the heart-shaped beef Wellington on Valentine's Day.
Yes, you do,
I want the
sir.
heart-shaped ass. I want the heart-shaped ass. Heart-shaped ass. Slambright says, guarantee this chick has a lower back tat. Oh boy.
Thing is, most of the time they want the big bum, but they don't want the things that come with the big bum, like the natural stuff that come with the big bum.
Yeah, the hourglass.
Yeah. They want the nice boom like figure.
What do they think men want?
Yes, we want. Yes, well, no. See, what she's describing, like I said earlier, is the carefully crafted, surgically enhanced Instagram font.
Yeah, but those are also visually enhanced too.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
Those aren't real.
These bitches are up here, and it's funny. I bet you these girls are probably like, oh, that's a filter. Yet they're telling us that men want the filters.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Yes.
So I want to hear from the guys.
Enlighten us.
What do you guys
What do y'all want?
If you guys wanted to get married, what would you look for in a wife?
I'm gonna get hate for this, but submissiveness.
Ooh.
Okay.
For me-
Oh
my God.
Wait, hold up.
No, the fuck you. Did the black women just have a visceral reaction to that?
I
'Cause,
guess so.
They all got uncomfortable.
Let's watch that again. Hold up.
Submissiveness.
Submissive.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh,
For
well,
me,
Wow.
that's all you
look,
want?
I'm a Muslim. I may not be religious, but I try to be.
Oh boy. He's a Myron level Muslim.
Submission isn't the word that I tend to use. You're like, if a woman is submissive to God, then she will do her duty as a wife.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What I require from a wife is fun. If there's one word,
Look, man, like no disrespect, but dude,
Wait.
he said if a woman is submissive to God, then she'll do what she needs to. Look, man, I've said this before. I forget which law it is of the 49 laws of Sharpe. Gentlemen, women don't have any steadfast beliefs of their own. Women only believe what the strongest male influence in their lives believe. That's a fact. Just because a woman women who quote unquote are submissive to God, they'll be the first one to tell you when you actually ask them to do something, well, you're not seated at the right hand of the Father. I don't have to listen to you.
Exactly. And like what you just said, he said that he wanted a woman who is submissive to God will follow a man's lead. But he just said that he's not the most religious person. So if women are following the lead of the strongest man in their lives, and the strongest man in their life isn't a religious person, how can you expect her to maintain her submissive behavior when you're not leading that lifestyle that cultivates that behavior?
I think what he is doing is he's trying to use his religion as an excuse to want submissiveness. That's what a lot of guys do. He's like, it's not me that wants a submissiveness.
It's God.
It's God that wants a submissiveness. So God wants the submissiveness. So yeah, I guess no. I want submissiveness. I don't. And listen, I'm not the most religious person in the world anymore, but like I said before, women follow the strongest men. That's the bottom line. I don't care.
it's cooperativeness. What does that mean? That you have a wife, a partner, that is gonna ride or die with you towards the same goal, towards the same end.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said ride or die. I like that.
That is the fundamental quality that I require from a woman. Beauty will fade.
Okay.
Facts.
All right.
Beauty will fade.
Okay. All right.
Not all the time. Look, there are some 50-year-old women out there that still got it. God bless them.
Yeah, not too many of them out there. They are out there, but listen, these women are going to look like absolute dumpster fires when they're 50. Let's just keep it real. Like, none of these bitches are going to look good when they're 50. These girls are all in their early 20s. Dude, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Right.
True.
Yeah.
But listen, cooperativeness, like, are you going to be holding it down, you know, whilst I'm struggling at work? Or, you know, if there's kids at home crying and screaming, are you going to give up easy? What kind of character do you have? Do you have resilience?
All right.
Do you
Can
have
he
like
trust
the
her?
ability
Yes.
to give me peace when I need it?
Ooh, can he trust her to what?
Can he trust her to be a good mother,
There
to
you
be
go.
a good wife, to
There you go.
run an efficient household, to manage the household money,
That's
to,
right.
you know, make sure everyone is fed at the end of the day.
There you go.
You know, if you wake up, do you have clean underwear?
There you go.
That stuff matters.
Dude, it absolutely matters.
Are you going to be able to take care of things as I need you to, when I need you to?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying have a woman, like, at the end of a whip, yo, do this for me, do that for me. No. It's that.
Little audio. that was a little audio. What he just said there was important, right? He doesn't need, you're going to do what I say, blah, 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 blah. I tell guys
slave.
this. Yes, yeah. Right. I tell guys this all the time. You cannot control women, nor should you want to, okay? Mm-hmm. You're not her father. You're not her remote control, nor do you want to be. What you have to do is you have to give women options. She can either do as you instruct, or you guys can part ways. It's that simple.
The main thing, I think, is just that fundamental cooperativeness, that we agree towards the similar goal, or the same goal, and that we're both gunning for that together. Mm-hmm. Now, we might have separate roles when gunning for that same goal, but the goal is the same. And if she's on board, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish, what about you?
You said a lot of things as well, but like, just to add on to what you guys said, I just want peace. I want someone that can bring me peace when I come back from the world.
Yes.
That I'm having to fight in order to kind of bring something to the table. From your answers, ladies, it sounded like you girls didn't really know what men want.
Oh, you called
No,
it.
they just talked about the physical.
Fair enough.
Yes, all they talked about was the physical.
The physical. Oh, yeah.
Ain't that something? She got to have a fat ass, and they want the model, and blah, 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 blah.
This is really interesting to me because it seems, and even from the dating shows that we've watched, the guys in the UK seem to be naturally very red-pilled.
They really do, don't
and
they?
The women are very vain.
Yep.
Very into plastic surgery and vajazzling their VJs and whatever.
Vajazzling.
And put rhinestones on there. I've seen
oh
stuff
my
like
God!
that.
Oh, please tell me that you're lying.
No.
That's the most crazy. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
But the women are more into appearances than the men are. Men, yes, I want a fit bird. Like, okay, she's got to look good. She's got to look good enough not to embarrass me in front of my friends.
There you go. I agree.
Well, so that would more indicate you don't know what men want. If when I ask you the question, you say nothing.
No, they to be fair, they answered. So and then it continued. Look,
hey, but it sounds like you have an indication.
Hashtag vajazzle.
Of what you think men want, and you're doing the things that you think men want, and then you're not getting the results exact of what you want.
And now let's hear.
Interestingly enough, this is the funny thing about this as far as women determining whether or not they have what a man wants. Modern women, they go after all of the male accomplishments. But the reason why, and I've said this before, this is way back in episode 311. The reason why women, do you want to know why do you want to know why 60% of college students are women? Because getting a 4-year degree is easy. It's not hard at all.
Well, it's a lot easier than getting a husband.
That's exactly right. and you made my point for me. Getting a degree and buying a bunch of stuff and all this other kind of stuff, that is easier than finding a husband. Mm-hmm. That is easier than being fit, feminine, cooperative. And women know this. This is why they concentrate on those things and then say, oh my God, I did all this stuff. I went to school and I got my PhD and I still don't have a man. No. Men, we keep telling you what we want. Fit, feminine, and friendly. None of that has anything to do with a college degree. Any last thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay, very, very good. So, what is your what's your overall take on the on this little snippet that we?
Yeah, I think people need to really understand that relationships take compromise.
Yes.
Most people want very simple parameters laid out in their life. They want very simple things in order to stay happy. And when you start ignoring those basic principles that the other person requires, mm-hmm. that's when you're just headed straight towards disaster.
Yeah.
So I guess nurturing those things, like one thing I've learned is that I nurture you in a way that I try to show respect for you.
Yes.
You know, even if it's something just as simple as replying to your message, oh, can you get me some water? I'll just say, yes, sir, you know, or, you know, or as simple as, you know, okay, you stole my Monster Energy.
That was my
today.
Monster Energy.
That was,
by the way.
Actually, it was yours yesterday.
My Monster Energy.
Yours yesterday. I drank the rest of it, so.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, okay, you can have that one. But you guess what is on the way? More Monster Energy.
More Monster
you know,
Energy.
like,
Yeah,
so
I got
anticipating people's needs shows that you love them. And I don't think that these women can't think themselves, you know, out of this conversation. Like, I don't know how they're going to expect to maneuver through a relationship that takes different, you know, qualities and levels of understanding for different people. I'm not making any sense, so go ahead.
I was listening. I was gonna let you. Talk your way.
At this.
Yeah, listen, you'll get better. We read the rest of your super chats and close out the show. Stick around, guys. We're back in less than 20. Introducing our brand new buy now, pay later option on TSR Academy. That's right, guys. You can now split up payments on all of my courses. My 25-hour game course, my 7-hour quality woman course, and even my 600-plus female translation course, Womanese. Go to tsracademy.com for details.
They said your turn coming, but I'm tired of waiting. My young boy said ain't no time for patience. Told him all we got is patience. Go where you celebrated and not tolerated. My boy locked up, he said he trying to get exonerated. I say niggas using big words trying to fight these cases. 2 phones, bitch, you know I'm multi-playing. 2 traps, that's a multiplayer. And I stirred the number on the Throatinator.
Welcome back to TSR Live. Thanks for staying with us as we round third and head for home. Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. Also, be sure to tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, as I continue to break down the ultimatum. We are on breakdown number 13. Mm-hmm. We are on breakdown number 13 of the ultimatum. Very, very, very good show. To watch for free, just download the Sharpe Stream app. It is available for iOS and Android and can be found on the App Store and the Google Play Store every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. I am either breaking down dating shows or a movie from a Crimson Capsule perspective. Mm-hmm. So download the app to watch all of my premium content live for free. And if you want access to all 13 seasons of my breakdowns, join Sharpe Stream today. Join Sharpe Stream today. You get a week free. You get a 1-week trial, but you guys better hurry because this 1-week trial is not going to be here for very long. And for those of you who are just joining us, this is just the Temptation Island part. All of these, look at all of these breakdowns, guys. Each one of these, I think the average breakdown is like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
There's some 2 hours.
This is just one section of Sharpe Stream, by the way.
Yeah.
There's many pages of content like this. I think over 1,000 videos have been uploaded to Sharpe Stream.
Yep.
And I just wanted to drop something. If you want access to Sharpe Stream and you're a Patreon member or you prefer to use Patreon, if you're a $10 and up member of Donovan's Patreon, you automatically get access to Sharpe Stream included. It's something I have to go in and add manually, so if you could be patient, give me 24 hours, and then you'll get set up with a username, password, and emails and stuff like that. So, you know, either way, we'd appreciate your support.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And like I said, you can either download it on the App Store or you can get it on the Google Play Store. Devin has done a bang-up job on the. You've done a bang-up job on the website.
You can thank me later.
Okay, well, we'll see. We will see about that. Okay, let's read these last few super chats here. Black Ken, $10 super chat says, Mr. Sharpe, you are a huge resource for us and a big brother, uncle, and for some of us, a father figure. That being said, please ditch the energy drinks, man. They're not worth the potential heart issues. Yeah, I think I might have to.
Yeah, when you spend 5 hours preparing for the show, an hour in the gym, all this other stuff, it's a long day.
It is. It's a very long day. Sith Lord Entertainment, $10 says, I see Majin Buu thinks she's an 8. Oh my God. Majin Buu, that's anime Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, for us nerds out there. Let's see. What else do we have here? Dr. Thunder. Welcome to Chat Privileges, man. I was actually just on there. With the $5 super chat says, thanks for being a panelist on Case Closed yesterday. Appreciate that from Dr. Thunder.
Don DeMarco.
Appreciate that very much. Nobody's, who's been a member for 6 months. Welcome to Chat Privileges. He says, what's the difference between black pill and MGTOW? Dude, Jesus Christ. Honestly, man, I don't want to get in. Well, I don't know. Honestly, man, I'm not into the labels anymore, man. I think we're all under the umbrella of the RP. There are different factions, but honestly, I don't even care about. I don't care about labels, man, because anytime, like, there are, dude, these Sigma idiots, they can't, every time I talk about Sigmas, Heather's always telling me, dude, like, these Sigma guys, like, dude, I don't care about labels. If
like
you're a
stirring
Sigma,
up a hornet's nest.
yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm a oh, dude, I don't care if you're Sigma, MGTOW, black pill, red pill, fine, whatever it is. If you know and understand the current state of the dating market, I'm good with that. If you want to call yourself MGTOW, red pill, black pill, Sigma, whatever, fine. Do whatever you got to do. I'm not attaching myself to labels anymore. I'm tired of it.
Jay Blaze says black pill complains, MGTOW just leaves. But that's not true because MGTOWs complain all the time.
God, dude. And you know what a MGTOW would tell you? You still don't get it. I'm
yes.
just, dude, I'm not. I'm it's whatever. Anytime you try to nail down a MGTOW on what they think, no, you still don't get it. It's
going
always
my own way.
Oh, dude. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, and a lot of guys who, I'm going my own. No, homeboy, you were sent your own way.
No.
But you can always come back.
If by going your own way you mean you're completely aimless, then yes.
JBlaze11 on the Sharpe stream side said the Thigma male has a 10th penis. Yes, he does. A Thigma male has a 10th penis which shoots lasers out of the hole. Like, dude, these guys, oh my God. Unbelievable. Hell of a show tonight.
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun. What are you making me for dinner tonight?
Whatever you want, babe.
I don't even know what we have in there. I think we got a bunch of. I think we have hamburgers and steaks.
I can make you burgers. I got some kielbasa in there. I got steaks.
Some who? Kielbasa?
Kielbasa.
Kielbasa sausage. Oh, we have steaks?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm gonna do a steak. I think I'm gonna go with the steak and a baked potato.
Oh, like you did yesterday.
Yeah, that was really freaking good.
I gotcha.
That is going to do it for this, the 862nd edition of TSR Live. And remember, guys, for Friday night, wrap up, call an Uber, and send that morning after text. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
It's crazy, man. This shit niggas like me gotta go through, man. Love hard. Thinking you gon' get some love harder. Never that. It is what it is, though, man. Bachelor forever.
She in the message, we're from Texas with love. That one text from my love. I hear my phone ring, I'm just one step from the club. We ended all things, it's just one step from the drugs that I'm coping with, just trying to stay one step from above. I know, ain't no difference in rough sex and a hug when you got the shorty waiting on what's next with your love. And she always been so patient, but what's next to a thug that just wanna kick the eat? It ain't much left to abrupt. I know, that's what you call me to your friends, and it's corny, but I want your ass to know that in the end, you'll adore me. Me, I'm always roll for you. I know your friends sing it for me when you're feeling all alone like ain't no end to your morning.